Bitch, I'm really rich, spending money like I'm older. Body bag, toe tag, I'ma put you in the grave. Purple flag, purple rags, I'm coolin' with the gang. Sour diesel in my system, bitch, I'm filling up my tank. Claiming he want all the problems, what the fuck that nigga saying? Pistol play, body's late, I just wanna see who gon' die today. Niggas strange, what you saying? I'ma put them in they fucking place. I could say, she could say, who really be all up in my lane? I be throwing up my...
Hey, it's your boy Cash Cut. I'm live with 6'4". What's good, bro? Go ahead, talk your shit.
What's in about 6400 acres, or you can call me about 64. You know what the deal is. Northeast shit, nigga. You know what the deal is.
All right. What's up, bro? What's up? So, for those who don't know you, just go ahead and give us a little introduction about you.
Shit, my name is 64. A lot of people know me as 64. The ones that really know me though, they call me by AKs, man. That shit don't run all the way from middle school. It goes a long way, shit. Man, everybody used to call me as AKs back in middle school. And it was so weird for me because ain't nobody even really fucked with me like that. It was weird like that, shit.
What side of the city you reppin'? You coming out of?
I'm from the north.
Born and raised?
Yeah, bro.
All right, so just talk about growing up. Like, how was it for you?
Shit. It was rough as fuck. I ain't even finna front. My dad got sentenced to jail. I really ain't talked to him that much. Shit. I got taken away from my parents when I was 3 and shit. So like growing up, I really ain't had nobody to fucking look up to and none of that shit. My damn mom, she got taken away from me from fucking, what's it called? It's that one shit where you can't see each other. Yeah. So we got taken away from each other. I ain't supposed to see my mom until I'm 24. I'm 19 right now. And shit, 2018, my daddy done got killed up in the cell. They stabbed him up in his neck and shit. But like pretty much since 2006, shit, I got adopted and I just been kicking it with them folks and shit.
All right, so were you in like any type of foster care or anything like that? Were you just jumping from home to home, or you just got adopted right away?
Shit, I was in a foster home for a little bit, but they really ain't fuck with me like that.
Why you say that?
Man, they said I was a bad kid. They always said I was a bad kid. And they didn't like me for shit. Because I would always be fucking around with the other kids and shit. Because it was a white family that adopted me at first. And me being all fucking rowdy and shit, I'm still rowdy right now.
Wait, you said at first, so
yeah,
it was the second time?
Yeah, it was the second time.
Oh, okay, so yeah, keep going with the story.
Yeah, so I was always playing with the fucking kids and shit. You know, like these kids would always walk around with all these damn toys and shit. Niggas would be greedy as fuck with it too. I'm just like, bro, like, when I was little as fuck, nigga, they wouldn't let me play with none of my shit, bro. I would just be taking their shit and they would be crying and shit, and they fucking family just, nah, you know what, fuck this nigga, let's put him back up for adoption and shit. And then it wasn't until 2006 I got adopted by my family that I'm living with right now.
So, like, as a kid, like, what was you doing? Was you playing sports? Was you going to school, right? What was you doing?
Shit, I was really fucking just doing everything. Shit, the family that I got adopted into, they tried getting me into sports, but I ain't fucking none of that shit. They put me up in basketball, and I was just like, I don't want to play no basketball because I'm fucking ass at it, bro. They tried doing all that shit, and I was like, nah, I just wanna. It wasn't until like about 2009 that I wanted to start rapping. That I started rapping up in 2009, and ever since then, that's what I've been doing.
And like, what happened with that? Like, what did it take for you to say, man, this is what I want to do, I'm gonna start rapping?
Man, it started like all the way back in elementary when we would be up in the cafeteria and shit. That everybody be freestyling up in the table. This was like around when I was up in 2nd grade and shit. Everybody will be all freestyling and shit. And everybody be going at first, and then they tell me to go, and I didn't know how to freestyle for shit. So then they would all make fun of my ass because I would be all like, I'd be rapping all like ball for ball and shit. And they'd be like, boy, get the fuck out there here with that shit. And I would take that shit upon my head, and I'd be like, you know what, fuck this, I don't know how to freestyle, I'm gonna just write. And when I actually wrote some shit down, it took me like a good 3 days for me to write something. The next day I came into the cafeteria, then I came up to them kids and started spitting what the fuck I wrote, and they still said it was ass.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was thinking they was gonna say, oh, that shit raw. I'm like, nah, they ain't say it. It's ass. And I was just like, man, fuck y'all.
Shit, and then you kept going after that, right?
Yeah, I kept going. Even though I got a shit ton of hate from that shit, I still kept pushing. Cause like really, the only person that I thought like believed in me was myself. And ever since then, I've been pushing it and just keeping that mindset to myself.
Mm-hmm. Was there anybody around you that was like, yo, you should do this, or it was just you? Okay, so everybody was just turning you away from the rap shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't never had nobody support me with this shit until my brother popped up. My brother was all like, nah, bro, we need to go forward with this rap shit. That nigga really supported my ass and shit.
You got into it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So fast forward, let's go to like you first dropping your song and putting it out. Like, what was the reaction like when you started pushing it to people? Shit like that.
Shit. So, back in 7th grade, I started actually taking the rap shit serious. I wrote to a Drake beat, and that Drake beat, it took me like a good 4 months for me to write that song. And at the time, I ain't had no fucking studio or nothing. I was like about 13 or 12 years old. And I went up, got him in my room, started recording up on my phone and shit. And shit, I released a song called The Ketchup. And shit, you can find that shit on YouTube, 64 AKs, fucking The Ketchup is still up on there. I released that on this app called BandLab and shit. I ain't put it up on YouTube and none of that shit. I put it up on BandLab, and everybody was all like, oh shit, you finally released a song and shit. And it was weird because when I released the song, everybody started fucking with me and shit. But then until they actually started listening to the song, they was all like, oh, what the fuck is this, bro? This shit's fucking trash. And shit, I got like a good, about like 1.5K views on that shit. Until I started moving to SoundCloud. I started fucking with SoundCloud for a little bit, and that's what I saw. I got most of my views at, because ain't nobody yet to make a BandLab account for to fucking listen to my song. So that's why I just fucking went with SoundCloud, because ain't nobody had that BandLab shit. And at the time, everybody was fucking with SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm. Has anybody ever said anything about your voice? Because like, not in person, but when you're on the mic, bro, your voice is deep as hell. So has anybody ever said that to you?
Yeah, everybody be comparing, they be comparing me to Kevin Gates and shit.
Yeah.
I just be all like, man, nah, that's the main thing they be just telling me about. They be all like, bro, you ain't gonna rap it, you ain't gonna make it to the rap shit because of your fucking voice. It's way too fucking deep. Like, you need to harmonize your fucking voice or some shit like that. I'm like, bro, if Kevin Gates can do it, nigga, I can do it, nigga.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about your music, though?
Shit.
You know, with all the negativity that's been thrown at you and shit, you know, what do you think about your music?
Shit, I fuck with it. Anything that I put out, I fuck with it. Like, I have an album coming soon. I named that whole Most Hated by Many. Shit, the album really just ain't a name. Like, it really goes a long way with how the fuck my career's been. Like, and I've been taking months with this album. I ain't even finna front. Like, I've been singing. Like, it's really hard to sing. That's why I'm taking so long with the fucking album, because I'm just trying to make that shit sound like perfect. And like, I'm hoping to like drop that album probably by September or August or something like that, bro. But other than that, if nobody fucks with my music, shit, I don't care. I fuck with that shit.
All right, and you got 2 projects out right now. You got Big 6-4 and Northside Survivor. When did Big 6-4 drop?
Shit, Big 6-4, that shit dropped October 2019. Yeah. I had 15 songs on there, and that was my first big project.
All right, talk about like how you created everything, put all the songs together, like the whole production process.
Shit, I had all the beats from on that album. They was all from 2017 and shit. Those were all the beats that were all scrapped up. So those are all the beats that were used on the album. I didn't really fuck with like back at the time. So I was just like, you know what? Let me use these beats and like take some time to myself and put it up to a project and shit. And it wasn't really until around April, I was all like, you know what, I want to drop an album. Because nobody really was fucking with me, so I'm just like, you know what, I instead of just, because at the time I was dropping song to song from like every month. Every month I would drop a song. And I was just getting tired of listening, because if anything, I don't listen to all these other rappers' songs. I be listening to my own shit. Cause sometimes I be getting bored of just listening to these other rappers and shit. They be talking about the same shit. And I really don't even relate to nobody unless it's me and shit.
Who else do you listen to though that you fuck? Who you fuck with as far as rappers and shit? Fuck with anybody out here?
Shit, I fuck with what's his name? Chico Big Benji. I fuck with Eliza One Cat. She go hard as fuck, man. But if we talking like the rappers that are like up there, shit, I fuck with Lil Durk and Kevin Gates heavy. Kevin Gates mostly because I feel like I can relate to him mostly. Even though I don't relate to nobody, I can still hear his message through his fucking songs and shit.
So going back to your project, Northside Survivor, why'd you call it that?
Shit, cause when I grew up in the North Side, ain't nobody really knew who the fuck I was and shit. And I was 14 when I came over to the North Side. I was living up on the South Side of San Antonio. And it wasn't until I was like 14 I moved to the North Side. And babe, man, I had a lot of shit.
It's a different lifestyle on the North Side.
It's a different lifestyle on the North Side. Like, shit, you come over here on the North Side, it's such negativity around here. Yep. And like, anything you fucking try doing, everybody's just gonna have an opinion about it. You know, like with me, if I see some shit that I don't like, I'm not even gonna speak on it or nothing. Like, I'm just keep that shit to myself. But like, there's a lot of people out here that just feel the need to like voice their fucking opinions because they feel so entitled to what the fuck they're saying and shit. Like, they always trying to bring somebody down. And the reason I call my shit Northside Survivor is I really survived all the shit that half the people done said about me. I could have gave up the rap shit a long ass time ago. I've been doing this shit since 2009. It's fucking 2020 already. It's already about to be, damn, 11 years since I've been doing that shit.
So 6-4, that's just a block?
Yeah, 6400 is my block. I got this shit on my baby and shit.
Alright. So going back to the music, like what do you think you need to get to the next level?
Shit, I'm cool. I feel like everything's straight right now, but as far as getting my shit out there to like many other people, I think that's what I need to work on. Cause as far as production and writing and all that other shit, I'm good with. But like taking that shit, like making sure that everybody fucking shouts my shit out and just listens to it is what I need the most. Cause before, when I dropped all my songs, when they first heard my song, they was all like, oh, I heard one song, that's all I'm finna hear from this nigga. And that's pretty much how it's been. They hear one song from me and just think I'm fucking ass. They don't even hear the rest of the shit I be putting out. Like, and that's one thing I don't even like about fucking recording or nothing. I don't like having my shit sound the same. You know, I try my best to change up everything. You know, like try making more singing on the next song or try more fucking, I don't know, I just be trying to change my shit up every time.
Yeah, so you must like listen to different type of music, like hip hop, singing, R&B, shit like that.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
type of shit you fuck with?
Yeah, I be trying to mix that shit all up into one.
Alright.
Try to create a new sound. And I think that's what's unique about me, cause I really don't, when you hear my music, you really don't even, it doesn't compare to other artists. And like when someone compares me, cause I get compared to, what's his name? NBA Youngboy a lot. Just because, man, I can see why people compare me though, cause like, if you hear like the lyrics, it's pretty much the same struggle, but just different stories and a different perspective and shit. And I come from Chicago and shit, and like living up in there was fucking hard as fucking shit. And I'm just glad I made it back. I'm here in San Antonio and shit, I ain't gotta worry about none of that shit. I mean, shit, there's still shit to worry about up in here, but like, not as much as fucking going to Chicago. You step up outside, you gonna get your ass killed.
So, talk about being a Hispanic rapper. Do you feel like you have to work harder to get to stand out?
Oh yeah, bro. Shit. If you really think about it, there ain't that many Hispanic artists out here. There's this one Hispanic rapper that's getting up there, but like, shit, I haven't really seen nobody climb up there like him. I forgot his name. He's like a little chubby little Mexican dude. He kind of raps like a little Rod Wave and shit. I think you seen him on World Star, not World Star, Say Cheese. He be doing the interview.
From Dallas.
Yeah.
Baby Young.
Yeah, he go hard. Yeah, fuck with him.
All right, so you're an independent artist right now. Are you looking to build a team and build and fuck with any other artists, or are you just focused on yourself right now?
Shit, I got a team already. Me and my brother and my homeboy 40 and Chicano 40. Yeah, we be trying to mix our shit, cause you listen to all three of us, we all have different sounds, you know. My brother fucking El Chicano 40, he raps in Spanish and shit. And you hear him off the rip, you give him any beat, he'll go off on. Yeah. And shit, my brother, he be rapping too, but he ain't put out nothing, but shit, we call ourselves Los Demonios and shit. Los Demonios Entertainment, for the Demons Entertainment, you know. Shit, but so far, we got our merchandise and everything. Shit, I wish I would've wore my hoodie and shit, but we got our merchandise out and everything. We just building up to get up to that level and just wait until we drop a project together and shit.
Has music always been something that was been a part of your life?
Yeah, shit. I cope with music to get through shit. You know, dealing with all the pain that I had to go through, with all the fucking adoption shit. Music was really the only shit I would listen to at the time. You know, I listened to Kanye West when I was little and shit. And what's it called? How could you be so heartless? That song, I would always be jamming that shit when I was little and shit. And I swear, I don't really fuck with Kanye that much now, but like at the time, music was so inspirational to me, and I was just like, damn, like it's crazy how artists can really put out what they've been through and shit, and you can listen to what the fuck they be saying just by their music and shit.
And have other people relate to it too.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't even know you, bro, but like, I feel like what kind of level you on. And that's what I want to do. Like, I know there's a lot of people that they don't have nobody to look up to or nobody to help them with shit, but like, music's a powerful ass fucking thing, bro. It could change a person's lifestyle. Like, I couldn't imagine life without rap or music or anything. My life would be completely fucking broken and shit.
So, are you making music all the time, or like, what else are you doing other than making music? Like,
shit.
Any other hobbies and shit?
I really ain't got no other hobbies than just getting this money and making music, bro. Like, shit, I be shooting music videos and shit, but that's it. My homeboy Kid Every Season, my nigga be shooting all that shit. You know, he shot my first video, Through the Struggle, and at the time, he didn't really know me like that. So I was just like, hey, bro, can you shoot me a video and shit? And he was all like, yeah, what you want to do with it? I said, shit, what do you think we can do with it? He was all like, we can go downtown. That's where everybody pops out at for their music videos and shit. I was like, you know what, fuck it. At the time, I ain't had no whip or nothing and shit. So I had to walk all the way from the Northeast to down by downtown by the Pearl Brewery and shit. I walked all over there for like 2 hours or something like that. I'm a slow ass motherfucker. I walked about 2 hours and shit, and another 2 hours back to my crib. And by the time I got home, I was sweaty than a motherfucker. But shit.
Alright, so you must have seen a lot of shit like growing up in life. Is there anything like you want to share, like any crazy life experiences that you've been through personally that you still look back on to this day?
Shit.
That makes you who you are today?
I think really my brother's death, don't inspire me to be an artist, cause you know, I always, cause he wasn't really my brother, but he was my stepbrother at the time. So like shit, he really showed me the ways. He tried his best to keep me about the streets, but you know, like I pretty much done did that shit on my own, and now like I can't turn back. I'm really too deep with this shit, especially with the rap shit. I already got niggas hating on me. Niggas wanna try and kill my ass and shit over some fucking rap shit, over some shit I said in the song. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna listen to y'all niggas, cause I'm just on my own shit. But my brother, he was rapping at the time. You know, he would mix Spanish and English into rap. And I was like about 8 years old when I heard him shit rapping and shit. So when I would hear him rap, I would just be like, yeah, he go hard and shit. And then he would be rapping in front of my parents and shit. And then my parents would be like, is this what you really want to do with your life and shit? Because he would always go to the studio every Friday. And every Friday he'd go to the studio and he'd come back. He'd be like, hey, you want to listen to my song? He'd hear that shit burnt on a CD and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, put that shit on. So we started jamming to his shit. And I'm just like, damn, this shit go hard as fuck. To this day, I still have his songs. He released about 35 songs before he died. But he was at a cookout. And you know, I was with my uncle and shit. And we was up on the west side. We was up on the west side of San Antonio. And my brother done got killed when I was 12 years old, right in front of me. They did a drive-by and shit. They did a drive-by on his ass. You know, and that shit was really traumatizing to me. Cause ain't no 12-year-old supposed to experience that shit. Especially for my age, like, I didn't know if I was gonna get killed or not. You know, my dumb ass thought it was like, I really didn't even think it was shooting or nothing. Which in my head, cause I was just playing around with the other little kids and shit. And I just hear, I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I hear screaming from a lot of people. My uncle grabbed me. He's all like, go, go. He's like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then we go running inside the house and shit. And I didn't know my uncle was bleeding from his arm. That he got shot up on his arm and shit. And I was like, yo, like, what the fuck happened? And it wasn't until like 2 hours later, I step up outside and I'm just like, I'm asking my uncle, I'm like, hey, where's Joey at? Joey's my brother and shit. And my uncle just looks at me, he starts crying and shit. I'm like, what are you crying for? He's all like, Joey got shot in the chest. And that shit really broke my heart. Cause I was just like, damn, like, before my brother stepped up in my life, like, that was the other person that believed in me with this rap shit. Even at a young age, ain't nobody believed in me other than him. And having him taken away from my life, it really fucked me up and shit.
So, you got a tape coming out soon. Could we see any features on it?
Nah.
No features?
Nah, ain't nobody really fucking me like that.
Not even from the homies though?
Shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think I don't know. I like keeping my shit solo. And if it ain't my brothers, I really don't want anybody else in my shit. I mean, somebody asked me for a feature, I'll do it. I don't know fuck.
Yeah, there's too many haters out there, you know, they hating on your homeboy and shit, so, you know, it's the types of shit like to go solo and shit.
Yeah, I'd rather go solo. My entire time rapping, I've only done 2 features. And that's it. Ain't done nothing else. I put them hoes out. And shit. One dude tried saying that I stole his shit, even though I paid him $40 for a verse and shit. And it wasn't until I put it out on YouTube, he was all like, hey bro, take this shit down. I didn't pay you, or you didn't pay me for the fucking verse. I was like, what the fuck you mean, bro? I PayPal'd you $40 and shit. And ever since that, everybody was all like, oh, 64, he scams people, he puts out fake verses and shit. And so I was just like, you know what, fuck this, I'm not gonna deal with the bullshit. I just took the entire song down.
We completely like
Cause
change our shit, you know, like we stopped fucking with a lot of niggas and shit out there in the street and shit. We just went our own way and shit.
niggas is weird,
Doing
like
bad business and shit.
Yeah.
niggas is weird. They wanna claim some fucking false ass shit of me not paying them. Like I really don't even care about none of that shit. Like if you want 100 for a verse, nigga, I'll give you $100, bro. Like it ain't nothing. I'm just trying to get with this rap shit. I ain't with none of that other shit. It's all about business over here.